It's a standoff to say hi. Oh,
And here we are.
I didn't realize it wasn't live. That was weird.
Sorry, I meant to say, hey, I'm getting ready to hit this 30-second thing. Then,
No, I mean, even when it came out of the counter, though, it just didn't say live for a second. I was a little thrown off by that.
oh, I see. All right.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everybody to the Dumpling Difference Discussion Show, episode 3. I'm Holly Camp, Savvy Shopper Delivers, and my co-host, Steve, Rideshare Rodeo, in case you don't know who we are and you just stumbled across us somehow.
But if you did stumble across this, don't go anywhere.
Right.
You can get
So,
you can
tell
get
me,
involved in this no matter what you do. We'll find some ways.
Steve, how have your last 2 weeks been on dumpling?
Good. I don't know. Did I don't know if I had my I don't know if I had my fifth shopper or not. Did I have five? I feel like because either 2 or 3 weeks ago I acquired my fifth client, and I don't remember if it was before we did that or not. It was right around there. I might have acquired it, but maybe I hadn't worked with her. Now I've worked with her 3 times. Her name is Danny, and again, another person been treating me great.
And she found you through word of mouth?
Yep,
Yeah. That's so
yep.
funny that you must just know a lot of people there because I don't get word of mouth here at all.
I think I got lucky with that first person. It's I here's the answer to your question. Yes, I do know a lot of people here, but this is it just was one person that has since been my golden egg. Like I haven't even other and I probably have other people I could approach, but I haven't gotten there yet because as you know, I do a lot of curry. So like I
Right.
told you, I'm going to slowly get into this. But I mean like by that I mean like each client I bring on, I want to make them totally happy. I don't want to feel ever like I'm just like, oh, dumpling.
Right.
If I get to a point like that, then I'll get multiple cards and I'll have people help shop with me. I guess that's kind of the point, really. I mean, right? That's what Celeste did.
Right. You want to
You
grow to
know,
that point, but
right? She found her. I mean, I bet you money. This is a question I don't think I've ever asked Celeste. I've done a few things with her. Like, um, did she ever think dumpling was going to be anything more than like the apps have been or whatever, or more than like a different version, but same kind of thing? Did she ever think it'd become her business?
right.
I bet you her answer, and I don't know this, but I'm guessing most people, even the best dumpling shoppers, would say no.
Now, you've had her on your show, right?
Yeah, I've had her on a couple times, and I did a roundtable with her and a couple other people too.
Yeah, I remember seeing it, but it's been a while ago.
But
So
then I had her and Matthew Tells on one too, and that one was a little more adult. The round table, if you saw the round table, it was four of us, like a square on the
mhm.
screen. There's one where it's like three of us, one, two, three, and which just cuts down the middle, so it's like the lengthwise. That's the one I did with Matt Tells, Celeste, and me. And Celeste kind of joined us last minute on that one, and we were just kind of getting really raw about things and kind of nasty about like Insta and other things, but just the way gig apps treat us.
Well, I'll have to go back and look for that one.
Again,
But
for those
we
just joining us who are unfamiliar with Dumpling is not a gig app, um, or I wouldn't call it one. I think it needs to be defined as something else. What would you call it, Holly?
I would call it. Oh gosh, gee, that's a good
Because
question.
you don't call it a gig app, right?
Yes and no. I mean, I don't consider it. I don't put it in the same category, obviously, with
Right, but
DoorDash.
like if somebody's just watching us now, or if like I have never heard of Dumpling, you might reference it that way, but you're not gonna call it one because it's not supplying you a feed of customers or
No, I mean you do get some, and
I mean,
I
it's literally not a gig app. I don't know what to call it either.
no, it's a platform that provides tools for business owners to facilitate transactions with clients. Basically,
So for
it's a
you,
gig app. It's a gig, or I don't want to say gig. It is an app that helps you run your own small business doing grocery delivery or whatever else you choose to do. But
with tools and mechanisms in place, like a business though already, like being able to use their credit card, being able to go to multiple locations and use their credit card, and not having to have, like, if you were a business, all this would be on your money and on your commercial insurance, and you're through the Dumpling platform, whether you're paying the monthly fee or you're paying a higher percentage of each one, you're paying in a little, but it still comes out to, like, I'm gonna actually compare it to YouTube. I hate to do this, but I'm gonna compare it to YouTube. Like, I have a Patreon page, okay? Of that Patreon page, uh, I don't some of the people I know have multiple tiers. I just have one. Everybody can get in because I'm just starting to do some content on there. But it's $5 a month, and 93% of that money goes to me. On YouTube, anything that we get on YouTube or, like, any kind of super chats or any of that stuff, the creators keep 60%. 40% is kept by YouTube.
Okay. See, I'm not monetized, so I'm not aware of what
Yeah.
the split
I
is.
mean, and you won't notice it with the commercial stuff, like, when they're paying you for your commercials and the monetization when we get Holly there, which will be soon. Hit that like and subscribe. Right now, everybody, hit that like, subscribe. If you're watching on the replay, whatever. If you didn't like it, obviously like it because duh. And then if if you didn't subscribe yet, subscribe.
Steve is all about the like button today. If you happen to see his curry ride with me live earlier.
You know what? I used to never say it, and now I'm all about saying it. And I don't care about saying it. I'll go into other people's chats and say it. I don't care. I feel like it's a free thing that's very easy for people to do, and it helps us creators so much.
Right. It does. It does. Every time, if I watch someone's video, unless
Yeah.
there's a reason that I hate it, which just doesn't happen usually, I always hit the like. Always.
And even that, even if you hate it, hitting a dislike helps the creator, but it won't recommend that channel to you much as often anymore. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, any
Right.
like or dislike is the same thing for the creator. That engagement, YouTube just likes that. They don't care if people dislike it or like it. Just either one is considered like a like or moves you up a notch. But if you dislike a video, then they might not show you as much or any of that creators anymore after a while.
Right. Well, Dumpling does not have a like or a dislike.
Right. No, but I guess so. That's, this is my point though. So Instacart is kind of like the YouTube. They're taking 40% more probably, but they're taking all the money away, and it's not even your customer, but as far as taxes go, it is your customer. So it's a very weird game that we're playing with these apps, and there's no way you're building any longevity with them. There's nothing. In fact,
you mean Instacart, not Dumpling, right?
Yeah, sorry, Instacart.
I wasn't sure which one.
Whereas Dumpling is the opposite. Dumpling's kind of like my Patreon page. Like, they charge us a very small amount. They charge the customer 5% of the in-store prices of groceries. And even us, the shopper, can change our amounts and take on the responsibility of that 5% so that they don't see it. Now, these are some of the things I'm struggling with my Dumpling page right now. Like I was saying to you before we came out here, I actually think, like, my Rideshare Rodeo, my website, my audio podcast that's been around for 3.5 years, my YouTube channel for 2 years, those are branded. Those are what they are. But my Dumpling channel defaulted by name to Shop with Steve. I wrote a very generic thing, about being in the gig industry for a while and starting off in rideshare. Some moronic thing that, I mean, as far as this, like, because I write for other publications, even I publish blogs, so I'm good at writing. But I just wrote this. Even when I read it the other night, I was like, I can't believe that's the gibberish I just put in there just as filler. Like, I need to go back and
change it. I've changed mine several times, so.
Right, but that's one thing I want to do right now. I want to change. Because I don't want to go too much farther. I have 5 clients. Now I want a name. Because at this point I could still tell those clients, hey, by the way, it's called this now. Doesn't matter at all.
It's not bad though. I mean, since it's both S's.
It just seems so. It's not me, because usually I come up with really poppin' stuff. And so I really just, I mean, like it or hate it, I'm fairly creative. I just can't believe that in like a 2-week period, I was even asking Hannibal. He's like, I don't know. I'm like, dude, come on, help me out, man.
Okay, well, anybody watching this or watching it in the replay, Steve is looking for a name for his personal shopper grocery delivery business. So some
Yes.
suggestions, and maybe he'll send you a little treat if you win.
If you find me the perfect name and I use it, I'll send you a $20 Amazon card.
Ooh.
But you really, I mean, like, you'll know, because the only way I'll send it to you is if I actually use the name. And I'll give you, and I'll give the person that does it full credit.
You need to put that on your community page, and I bet you'll get a lot of suggestions.
Well, I mean, it's live now. Now this is branded in life, right?
Right. So everybody, you're witnesses. So
I mean, that's worth it to me though, Holly, because it's been a stress. I mean, yes, that means I'm gonna have to work a little bit to make that 20 back, but I'm happy to pay somebody $20 to take that stress off. If I use it, that means I love it.
Right. Well,
and I've kind of I got to be honest, I'm a creative person, but I've kind of hit a wall with this one. Nothing's been coming to me.
I remember when I was starting YouTube and when I was starting dumpling business and all that, I had pages of names, and of course I was looking on there to see what was available as far as websites. And
really, is there any good ones that I should use?
No, you wouldn't want any of mine, I don't think. Mine were probably a little too female for you.
All of them?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll try and find my old list.
Yeah, I don't know. But I still put the challenge out though, because to any of you creative types, you want to come up with my name? Go ahead, please. Again, this is what you're doing, is trying to come up with my dumpling name?
Right.
You're trying to come up with my dumpling profile name. Yeah, I know, but my business could be like Rideshare Rodeo LLC, because I have that domain. Well, and everything eventually will go through there. But yes, it would be the shopping side of my business.
Right. It's a separate business. I mean, it still falls under the umbrella of your LLC, but it's still a separate business.
Yeah. So don't send me like Grocery Rodeo either or something. You gotta be creative.
What's wrong with Grocery Rodeo? That's cute. Yeah.
Actually, I actually didn't.
And you can have a picture of. Oh, I got it.
The contest is over, guys.
Listen, you could have a picture of you, like in some chaps on a horse, like swinging a grocery bag around.
Oh, we have bars here that have the electric bowls. I could get on one.
That would be so funny with a grocery bag.
There you go.
Yeah, throwing your groceries up there.
All right, contest is off. I'm just kidding. Just beat Grocery Rodeo. That's all I got right now. But maybe that is harder to beat than I think. Maybe that isn't too bad. Actually, I'd never thought of that till just now.
See?
Oh, Ashley's getting involved.
Yep, there you go.
Denver Delivery Company. Yeah. I'm kind of a more Grocery Rodeo type guy. She did put rodeo delivery. I don't hate that either.
Keeping the rodeo in there, though, I think gives you a lot of leeway to be very creative and funny, even with some of your things. I mean, the picture that I have in my head that I just tried to explain to you is way funnier than it sounded. It really is. It's really funny in my head.
Like my commercial would be me going, like, riding a Bronco through a grocery store out of control, just kicking every aisle over.
Right.
I don't know if that would help me though.
No, you'd be kicking the Instacart and the Shipt shoppers out of your way.
Right. Are you with Instacart? Beat it. Get out of my way. I'm person really working here.
All right. Well, backtracking to what we started talking about, with there being a cost and what YouTube takes versus what Dumpling takes and Instacart takes and all that. There is a fee, which once you have, more than 2 clients, you do want to pay and not be on a free program. But in any business that you have, you're going to have business cost. That's life. That's what it is. I mean, unless you want to do a W-2 or you want to be working for someone else, there's a cost to running your business. And that's having your supplies. And what Dumpling charges you and what they give you, it's invaluable. I mean, it is. It really is.
I mean, that's one of
mean,
the things that I've talked when I interviewed Joel and when we had him on Hannibal's channel, we pointed out the fact that one thing that people might overlook if they're like, like, well, why couldn't I just do this on my own? And because if I've told people that I have like some of my clients just write down their list and take a picture and send it me like a
right.
handwritten list with a picture. I don't care. Like I don't care because I know the store, then I can put them in order correctly for me shopping. It's actually fine. I'm good with that. But they're almost like, well, if you could do that, why wouldn't you just do the transaction yourself? Well, okay, so here's the thing. Like, it's not just being able to use their credit card as opposed to just maybe mine, but it's able to go to multiple stores. It's the fact that I don't have to, like, I almost pay more with Square than I do with Dumpling per transaction. So I have an Apple Square account for transactions that I do as a business, but really all I use it for is an invoicing system these days because of
Yeah.
all the free ways to use Zelle and things like that. Like even my professional sponsorship things that I do with like Para or Curry or whatever, like that all they're willing to pay Zelle because we're all going to pay our taxes on it, but it stops like the whatever it is, 7% or whatever they try and take from me, 4, 5, 6% from Square. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I use Square and I use Venmo if I have clients that I need to do something for that's off the Dumpling app. So if I'm going to buy
Right, but see, Venmo doesn't have a fee. Square is charging you.
Right. Venmo will charge me if I'm transferring my money out to another account, which I usually do. So
it does?
Yeah.
Why doesn't mine?
Let me see if I
like
can.
my Venmo and PayPal, I can move money all day for free. Sometimes, like if I, with PayPal, there's those like, hey, do you want it in 1 day or in 10 minutes, or can you deal with 3 to 5 days? And it usually is 2 to 3. And I just always do like 2 to 3. Those are free.
I take that back. That's because I always do instant transfer.
But on Venmo, I believe instant transfer is free.
No, it's not. It's here, right here. Let's see.
Okay.
First of all, business profile owners are charged a low fee for every payment they receive of $1 or more. The seller transaction fee is a standard rate of 1.9% plus 10 cents of the payment. For example, if the customer, because I knew when he sent me money that I didn't get the entire thing. So if a customer pays $100 to my business profile on here, $2 of that payment would be charged as a seller transaction fee. So I would get $98 instead of the full.
Okay, you're talking. See, I don't have a Venmo set up as a business.
Okay, I have a business
okay.
and personal.
So that's all news to me. Then I literally have never done that. Actually, that sounds way better than Square, though. Even for the business fees, that's like half of Square, Holly.
I'll have to look on my Square too and see, because I know I have the Square because I have the little credit card thing that plugs into your phone that you can slide somebody's debit or credit card.
Yeah, so do I.
Which is nice, so if somebody needs to pay at the door or something like that.
But I don't think mine even plugs in anymore because it used to be through one of the jacks that doesn't exist anymore.
Yes, and I use it on my because I have two phones. I have an Apple and I have an Android, and I use it on my Android.
Okay.
Because I do still have a jack on that phone.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I use my Android for very little, but that is one thing I use it for. But I'm trying to find where it says about the instant. Because I know that I pay that fee on both, whether it's my personal or my business. But anyway, I'll look up those fees later and tell you and compare them. I just don't have that handy right now. But $29 a month to have somebody else. I mean, if you look at some of my orders, which you've seen, I don't have $700. To put out on somebody's order. You know what I mean? I don't have that. So if I didn't have Dumpling, I couldn't take those orders.
Yeah, I think it's more than that, though, too. I do think that Dumpling's almost giving you that extra insurance, too. It's like you're a business. Like you have a sub page of a business through their business. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a co-op is how I look at it. Almost like it's like a lot of us shoppers splitting the expense of being a business.
Right.
using the Dumpling platform. Because I mean, the more they grow, the more their AWS servers grow, the more they need. It's not like, after $1,000 they're all profit. It's like with growth comes more cost for Dumpling too. So um, I'm sure they're constantly working out, trying to work out better deals with credit cards and stuff. But even that small minimal amount they're taking is really, it's kind of like we were talking about. It's kind of like what Apple would take anyway. So it's not, it really is truly the way to be a business. I mean, you're going to learn about business. I think we might be throwing people off. We need to start at a 101 level. We need to like really take this easy for people and get a couple people invited, because I know some people who have been interested, and get them one day to just come here as like 101, like the most basic day. Like, here it is. Okay, right now, open your phone. Like,
Right. Well,
have
and
them
that's
sign
the
up
other
on the
thing.
spot.
The Boss app, it keeps all of your everything organized. All of your orders are there, all your completed orders, your canceled orders, your customers. You've got a list of your customers that have ordered from you, and then you have a list of any leads that are on there. Say somebody comes on there and they find me through a zip code search, but they haven't ordered from me yet. That's going to show me that under my leads page, and it will tell me how they found me, whether it was my website, whether it was through the marketplace. And that's nice to have too.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. I see Ashley put a comment on how they describe it. If you click that, it'll highlight it on the
It says,
screen. Yeah, there you go.
the way we describe it at Dumpling is that you are a business owner, but we provide the bucket of tools together. But it is a shared platform, so a change has to benefit the most users.
Yeah, that's good. So I think I kind of aligned with you there, Ashley. I think I was saying like a co-op. That's kind of, again, what I'm thinking of when you say shared platform, like co-op. Um, and I only think of that because even like pre-pandemic, I don't think it's around anymore, but in Boulder, there were like a couple businesses that within like these old garages or whatever, they'd have like 8 businesses, and every, like, say it was 7. Every person who owned a business worked a open to close day there. So every business owner worked one full day open to close because they all owned a business where you could shop at all 7 of them in the same place.
I'm confused.
I mean, it was just a real time, real co-op business. It was really kind of odd and unusual and cool. I mean, just the way that they all like kind of knew, hey, we're all small business owners. Let's help each other run these. So you could
Right.
shop at all of them, but there'd only be one person from one of them there each day. They'd all cover a day.
Well, I'll be honest. If Dumpling did not exist, I couldn't do my business this way. I couldn't do it. I mean,
Well,
I don't
you would have to create more of a business, like
well,
a
I would
true S corp, or I don't even know, probably not that. Like an
I mean,
LLC, you'd have to.
I have an LLC, which I haven't used. It's under my House of Holly name. Um, but yeah, I need to kind of revamp my business. What's the word I'm looking for? Structure with how I have some things, because like Uber, I think when I signed up for them, I think I used not my social security number. I think they're the only ones that are under my actual business EIN.
So I'll put the challenge to Ashley. Ashley, go first of all, why don't I show up in my zone when you search? Actually, nobody shows up in my zone, in my
Maybe you're
zip
too
code.
new.
No, it's not true. I'm sorry.
I'm the only one that shows
Especially
up.
now, because I want to, like, now I do care because a couple people are using me. So like now I want to make sure that even if I was just mentioned around a friend of theirs and they're like, oh, it was Dumpling? Yeah, Dumpling. And they're searching for me, but they forgot they'd find me. But also I challenge you, Ashley, to not only go look at my name, but like what I should write in my, no, I guess I need to get this from other people because she'll tell us to come to class like the teacher or something.
Have you gone on there and like looked at other shopper? I'm sure you have shoppers and read what they put, like some of the people that are doing really well, like Celeste and
Yeah, but see, here's the problem I feel like I'm falling into. And I know some people might say, well, that's not even a problem. That's a great problem to have. Is that I'm getting clients. And you know how it is, Holly. When you're working all the time, you're actually doing the actual work. It's hard to find the creative time to sit down. Okay, how do I revamp this? Especially when you're getting
Yes.
clients.
Right.
Like I'm getting clients, but I know I'm not proud of how my profile looks. It could be so much better.
Well, I like the picture that I have of you on our thumbnail. I like
Yeah.
that one better than the one you have on your dumpling. I think you should use that
I
one.
think that is the one on my dumpling, oddly.
Did you change it?
I don't think so.
No, it wasn't the one originally. And then the last live we had 2 weeks ago, and I made this new thumbnail for the show, and I have that picture of you, and you've got your sunglasses on your head. Do you know when I took that? I took that picture. Do you know, or somebody did? But do you know when that was from? That's from the gig conference.
Of me?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I cut it out from. It was me, you, and Pedro in the picture, and I took the background out. Yes, it is the one.
Okay, I'll need to look at it again. I thought it was the one of me that has like a collared suit,
Hold on, I'll pull it up right
like
here.
a suit top. Because that's from my friend. That's from my friend Michael's wedding that was in Seattle. The one I'm thinking of, but maybe not.
Hold on, here we go. Oops, I just turned on our old one. Let's see. Let me go to look on
Ooh, Ashley just told me why I'm not showing up. I have not completed my onboarding sessions.
Really?
Whoa. But I'm active and I'm killing it.
It's been a while. I don't remember what the sessions are.
See, Holly needs them too.
I obviously took them. Okay, can you see this?
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that would make sense. That's not what I was thinking, but okay. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. I really like that picture of you.
Yeah, it's a good picture.
But yeah, that was from last July at the gig conference.
You're right. That one was.
And speaking of last July at the gig conference, I want to take 2 seconds to say a big congratulations to Pedro DoorDash Santiago, Mr. Bet on You, who is friends with Steve and I, also because he and his partner, what's three?
Him and Madison. This is going to be Pedro's third kid.
Madison. Yes, they are expecting a new baby the middle of September, and I'm so excited for him. He has a daughter who's 21, and then they have a baby who is 2, I believe, right?
Yep.
She turned 2, or she's not quite 2, actually. She's 19 months, I think.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you if she was 2, because I think it'll be this summer.
Yeah.
So
anyway, I was so excited for him yesterday, though, when I heard that news.
Yeah.
Anyway, congratulations, Pedro.
Did he say if it was a boy or not?
Oh, no, it's too early.
Okay, good. Because I saw some other people commenting, oh, finally you're getting a boy. And I was like, wait, what? Because I didn't hear it, but you're right. It's way too early.
Yeah, they're just guessing, I think.
I mean, aren't you not? I mean, it doesn't matter. Pedro's been through it enough, but isn't it kind of a thing to not tell somebody until if I remember right, till the end of the first trimester?
Everybody's different. I told people the day I found out I was pregnant. I didn't care.
But a lot of people do that, right?
Some people wait.
If I remember right, me and my ex did that. She didn't want anything said before the end of the first trimester.
Yeah, no. I mean, because I didn't care. I mean, if something had happened to me, then that would have been something that I shared with my friends and family also. You know what I mean? So I didn't take that view on it, I guess. So I was too excited. I can't keep my mouth shut when I'm excited about something. But if she's due the middle of September, she's only like 2 months along.
Right. Or not even.
February. Let's see, because March, April, May.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, September. Yeah, because I have 2 babies in September.
Yeah,
I've got 2 September babies and a December baby.
Okay. It looks like, can you bring up Ashley's comment? My eyes are bad on this.
This one here?
Yeah. There's a couple other marketplace requirements, which are all in that course section, but essentially in order in the last 30 days and schedule slot open in the coming weeks are the other main ones. I don't understand.
Okay, what she's saying is that you have had to have done a dumpling order in the last 30 days to show up on Marketplace.
Okay.
So as long as you have an order on there, good. And
Good.
then you have to have, in the next week, you've got to have an open spot somewhere for somebody to place an order. So you've got those two things covered. Right. So you're covered there.
Oh, that's a couple others. So what do I have to do? And what does Holly have to do? Because clearly she doesn't know what it is either.
I don't have to do it. I did whatever I was supposed to do. You shush.
Yeah, but Ashley, just let me know what I do need to do to show up, because honestly, when I search my area code, nobody comes up. So I really want to come up. I was surprised nobody in Denver comes up for this. I mean, that's awesome, but that means I want to come up even more.
Right. I was really surprised too with Sarasota, because Sarasota is so big that I would expect. And well, like I said, when I started this, it was July of 2020. What year is this? No, it's 21.
I think it's good what she's saying though, that it's, you got to have an active shop in the last 30 days. So that probably takes a lot of dumpling shoppers out of the mix. And that would mean that you and I would show up as the only ones in our area.
But there was about 7 on there when I first started. I guess it was July of 21.
Okay.
I think. Anyway, but yeah.
So yeah, Ashley, just please let me know what I need to do. I'll complete my schooling or whatever. I'm already live, but
well, I'm sure are a lot of people that are live that aren't on there, but
Holly is listed right now. Holly didn't take those classes either, though. She got on before the classes existed.
No, I'm sure I did. If they were there when I did whatever I had to do. I'm sure.
Ashley, are they in my app? Am I not seeing them somewhere, or do I have to log into the computer? What do I have to do to take?
And that's a good question for everybody.
Yeah,
actually, that needs to know that. Where is that something that's in Dumpling University, or where are the onboarding classes to find?
Yeah, right. I kind of.
And what do they entail? See, this would be a great thing to talk about when we have Ashley on next month.
Yeah, that's why I think going through the basics is the first thing, like, would be good. Just 101. I'm going to have, before the next one, I'm going to have my thing dialed, even if I just call it Grocery Rodeo or Rodeo Grocery or whatever.
Right. Hey, Tremaine.
Hey, what's up, Tremaine? How are you?
And boy, do I have some news for you today, too. Not Tremaine, but for you.
For me or Tremaine.
I did a little math work today because, we have talked about how much better it is for us and for the customers to use personal shoppers through Dumpling instead of Instacart, right? We've talked about Instacart a lot. What we haven't talked about is Shipt. And I don't know why we haven't, because we always kind of, talk about the negatives with Instacart, but there are people out there that use Shipt all the time. I'm not a Shipt shopper. I've never been a Shipt shopper. I tried to get on and they wouldn't let me on, honestly, because I had very first signed up for it, like, I don't know, a year and a half before I ever started any gig work. And so then they wanted you to do some phone video interview thing. And so I blew it off because I hadn't done any gig work at that point and I just didn't really want to deal with it. And I didn't know what I was doing right then. So anyway, I blew it off. And then once I actually got into gig work and was doing Instacart and DoorDash and blah, 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 I decided to try Shipt. Well, so then when I went back to them and I had this gig knowledge, they wouldn't take me because I never did the interview originally a year and a half before.
When they see again, I think you beat the cutoff for this class thing, whatever I'm missing, because I think you were, because I did Shipt and they weren't doing the interviews anymore. And I actually got on to Shipt in November of 21, because from Thanksgiving to Christmas, I did a Shipt versus Instacart challenge, and I killed it with Shipt then. It was shortly after the new year. It just fell super fast. But here's the thing about Shipt. Shipt uses the in-store prices because you pay.
No, they don't.
But you pay a membership
This,
fee.
Here's what. No. This is what I'm going to tell you. I downloaded the Shipt app today just because I'd never had it. I downloaded the customer app.
Okay.
Oh, wait till you hear this.
Okay.
You think Instacart's bad?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I'm here to tell you.
You're not going to tell me different either. You might tell me something about Shipt. I can tell you Shipt sucks now. I did have a nice run, though, I will say, before you get into that. When I was doing it, I had some really good customers who tipped me very big during the holidays. I just want to say that.
Well, I'm talking about from a customer perspective.
Hey,
okay?
before you start, Tremaine, stop dreaming about me.
You are 6'7".
I'm 7'6", Tremaine.
That's funny. Have you not met him in real life?
No, we've known each other like 3 years.
Oh, what are you, about 5'10"?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought just from thinking about standing next to you.
Yep.
Okay. So I took 2 receipts that I had that were from Instacart shops because for some reason Publix spit out 2 receipts when I did 2. I only did 2 batches the whole week. But anyway, so these 2 were actually Instacart customers. So what I did is I took the receipt, and of course that has the real Publix prices on it. I wrote down the item. I wrote down the Publix real price, not the sale price. And I wrote the sale price, what the customer actually paid that day next to it, just so I had both on the sheet of paper. Okay. Then I went to Instacart. I looked up the items. I wrote down the Instacart price. And then I went to Shipt and I wrote down the Shipt price.
Okay.
Shipt was way higher. These were all for Publix.
But one thing I want to know is, did you do the Target comparison?
I only did Publix.
Okay, because Shipt Target does use the Target price.
Probably because Shipt
they're owned by Target,
owned by the same company.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. I guess like the only thing I've ever done when I did Shipt and made good money was Target. I got one near me. I would just go drive to its parking lot and wait. I was never doing grocery store shops or anything like that.
Okay, but
I don't even know that side. But yeah, we should still compare them.
Absolutely. I mean, think about all the people that order groceries through Shipt and how much more they're paying. These 2.
Yeah, well, for those that don't know, Publix is a pretty main grocery store in Florida.
Right.
It's like whatever your big state grocery store chain would be.
Right. It's as big as Kroger or whatever you have there. But,
okay.
So this receipt here, okay, this has 22 items on it. Okay. So comparing, I took off any sale prices, and this is the Publix regular price if there was no sales that day. Their receipt would have been $75.41. Okay.
Okay.
If they had purchased all these same items through Instacart, it would have been $86.90. So Instacart was $11.49 higher than
on just the items.
This is just the items. No tax, no nothing. Just
no
items.
Service fees, no. Yeah. Okay.
No. This is strictly
we're just talking
items.
about just the upcharge. Okay.
Yes.
So
now, if you went to Shipt, they were $91.38. They were $15.97 higher than Publix regular prices. Now, a few of the items the girl bought was on sale that day, so her actual payment for items only again was $70.11. So if you take that, Shipt was actually $21.27 higher than Publix. And Instacart was $16.79 higher than Publix, and that's only on items, no fees.
I guarantee you part of this is the fact of where you are too. This becomes a market to market thing for sure. Because like in some markets where Instacart can charge more, they're going to charge more. We already know their price point is 10 to 30% upcharge per item.
With doing these 2 receipts, the second receipt that I have here, it has 21 items. I only found 1 item out of 43, that Instacart was actually higher than Shipt, and that was on the Ore crinkle cut fries. I don't know why, but that's the only one I could
Hey,
find.
Tremaine, when you go to the grocery store next, will you write down 10 items that you get? You don't have to write down everything you get, but just pick 10 kind of staple items. Write down what the prices are on just 10 of the items, and then try and like just put it together as a basket on Instacart and see what it shows you. And write that total down against the other, and just tell us if you could, if you don't mind.
Yeah, if
I
he's got
ask
a just if
I
he's
ask
got a
because he's
receipt,
Sacramento, California. I would really be curious what that is.
right? A grocery receipt that would help. Then he's got the prices on there. But
Yeah.
okay. So the second receipt that I had here ended up it was 21 items, and let's see, the regular Publix price with no sales would have been 107.42. Instacart would have been 121.33,
Okay.
and Shipt was 132.69. Again,
Okay.
items only, no service
Both
fees.
both are not acceptable.
She did have some things on sale, so she paid 104.15 for her items. So Shipt was $28.54 higher, and Instacart was $17.18 higher. But I just lost my train of thought. I know, I forgot what I was going to say now.
Well, you were talking about the differences on Shipt to Instacart on the $102 order, and both times they're way too inflated. Both Instacart and Shipt.
I know what I was going to say. These are with 21 items and 22 items. That's a small shop. So if you take those numbers,
it's a very small shop.
Right. So I mean, I do anywhere from 50 to 100 and some items. So if you take that amount and then multiply it, because you're going to have a lot more items than 21 or 22, that really adds up then.
Yeah. So, I would say 60 is a good average solid shop.
I did one today. It was, I think, 98 items.
Yeah, I mean, sure. And
she's got a lot of
right. There's people who get a lot more stuff too, I'm sure. But yeah. I'm just saying, I would call 60 a heavy shop usually for me.
I would have to look, really. I don't really know.
But I mean, but again, you're talking about 20 items compared to 60, so it's 3 times that much. I mean, look at that upcharge. And then you haven't even got into the service fees. And those are dynamically based every time. So those aren't even set in stone. What the customer sees. It's like they're seeing these, they just, who knows what they think. I mean, we actually think about these algorithms. Who knows what the customer thinks? I think they've literally just given up and gone, whatever, dude, it's going to be expensive. So when they find somebody dumpling like me or you, that's why we fail them if we don't sell them on us. Because we're clearly not at our best or something if we can't sell them on us, if we've got them in a conversation, why they shouldn't be using those. Right. And that's one reason I want to make a video that's exclusively about this, because I feel like, this live is great, but I think that probably most people watching the live are people that are interested in doing dumpling as a business. And, we definitely need to get the word out, to customers that, hey, this is why you need to switch, because you're just throwing your money down the drain. And that's a hard audience to grab, though. Maybe if you and I came up with like a Instagram, Facebook campaign. And I don't know if you are, but tied this stream over to Facebook. Right. Honestly, because I think for the customers, I think that if we had an episode called Instacart Customers, you won't want to miss this. Do you know what I mean? On Facebook or Instagram, you're going to get people watching going, wait a minute, and I have had problems with, okay, I'll watch it. It's like they actually will see some interest there. So it's kind of grabbing them out of the gate on that episode to say, listen, are you currently using these apps? We're going to show you how you're overpaying and what you could be, what the difference is you could have instead. I'm sure that Ashley is right there with us. Like, you guys do whatever marketing you can on this that brings in customers, because customers are hard to grab attention of. Other shoppers are looking for this content. Now, Ashley said that there's a lot of upset Shipt customers
because that they're losing their preferred shopper or that great shoppers are being wrongfully deactivated. So I don't know, why are they losing the preferred shopper? Is that something that Shipt is done away with? Can they not pick a preferred shopper anymore on there?
You still can. I think John. I never did it after that winter, but John Dash Theory TV, he does a lot of Shipped, and as far as I know, he's still. I think they still have it. Again, it might be something where you know how everything is, Ashley and Holly both. You both know how it is. Like sometimes things just come in some markets and go in some markets. Our markets don't always sync up on what we're seeing. So I don't know. In Phoenix, Arizona, I believe John Dash is still a preferred shopper to a lot of people. In fact, that's the only reason he really does ship ever. Even it's even in his, um, his arsenal.
Right. Well, I don't know. I've heard also, and like I said, I haven't done Shipt, but that there, when you are accepting a Shipt order, you don't see any gratuity on there. It's just what Shipt is going to pay you, correct?
Correct. When I was doing it though, I got tipped like a madman.
I've
Like
heard that's not happening though
it's
now.
not anymore. That's the
That's
thing. That's what. In fact, that's why I quit. I actually thought I was gonna like carve out a little ship time after the new year, but as soon as that holiday of the new, this is again, remember this is 21,
right.
December 21 primarily. Like this isn't December 22. This is go back even farther. But then the February got so bad, and I thought, okay, well, this is a slow time, so I went back to my curry and my other things. But like I kind of was watching it; it never picked back up for me. It never, ever, ever came back.
Now the Long Island Dash experience, you know who they are, Mary and Lou.
Yeah.
Okay, they do Shipt, and I've heard them talking lately about that the tips just weren't coming through on Shipt like they used to.
Yeah. I mean,
So that's
again, my Shipped was very limited because Shipped, and you got to remember too. So when I did Shipped, again, I hate all the Instacart orders here, but I still see a ton of Instacart orders a day. So the Shipped I was doing when I was doing it, I might see a King Supers in there, but only one or two a day in my Shipped app. Most of it, again, I would just go do one and drive right back to Target. And I'd get another Target. I mean, really, it's like 80% of what I was seeing in my market was Target.
Gotcha.
And therefore it was a deal. And and it says the aisle number where every single thing is. I mean, there's some advantages to the Target shopping on Shipped. So that's, I guess, what I would tell people. Shipped is worth it if you're just going to use it for Target because you're doing the in-store prices. These people pay a membership fee. I don't really care about the people trying to shop Shipped to get to King Supers. That seems, even to me, that seems dumb. And I hate Instacart, but I'd say, yeah, it's probably easier to find Instacart to shop through King Supers than to say, hey, I wonder if Shipt does it. I mean, it's like you're probably
But I
just going to
think
go
that
to
a lot
Instacart.
of people use Shipt though, I think, for other things than Target.
Yeah, you can. I mean, like when I was doing Shipt, I did one or two Office Max. I did Petco, not PetSmart, which is near me, but there's a Petco not too
Right.
close to me, and I did one of those. Like they have the off-brand brand.
We have
I
Petco
don't
and
know.
PetSmart both, but
Yeah.
I just thought that it was very interesting because I hadn't really heard that much about Shipt, and to see how much higher their prices were. Like the cat food, cat food was one of the things that were on there, and it was a 3.5 pound bag, and Shipt was like $2.10 higher than the store price.
See, and like when it's even a 10 to 30% average, where do you think they come up with this stuff? It would suck bad enough if it was just 15 across the board, right? But wouldn't it be
Right.
easier to explain? Like, how much is it? It's 15% more per item.
Right.
How much more is this? Well, that one's 40%. Why? Because it's cat food, dummy. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't
Because we
even
know
make
that
any
you're cat
sense.
hungry and you're going to buy it regardless because you're out of cat food. The things that are more emergency kind of, oh my gosh, I have no cat food and I need to feed my animal,
Yeah.
is they are going to mark those things up that they know that people have to have.
And
Hey,
I wonder, like, if you just order cat food, it's like it's like more than you saw. Like, oh, you really need that cat food, huh? 60%.
yeah.
Like, you know? So if you need cat food, make sure you order some other food in your orders so that
No, it
they don't
doesn't
know
matter.
that
The price
you
was the same.
need the cat food. Because, yeah, the price is the same. It's called through the roof on every order.
Yes, it
I
is.
mean, look, here's the bottom line. All my customers and we've openly discussed Instacart. Only one of them has not, as just said they're done with it. And I ask everyone, have you deleted it off your phone? I thought they all had. One has not. However, she said she's done with it. She's like, I haven't deleted my account yet, though. The others have straight up deleted, not just the app. I said I was like, even if you now know about Dumpling, and they are even aware of what is going on at the stores here. So they're still using me, but like they won't go back to Instacart, so they've deleted it. Because I said to, and I say this to everybody, if you're truly done with an account now, if like for us app workers, I like to keep all my apps in my arsenal, even if I don't use them. So I try and not do this with any, but if you're truly done with something, you should take the time to call them and close your account and say that you want everything stopped with use of your data from that point forward. Because if you don't, they can still sell your data forever.
Well,
If you're 100% done with something, and then I'm not even talking about gig apps, any apps that have your information where you
but
click an
who's going
agree
to take the time to
box.
do that? I'm not going to take the time to go do that.
Well, with some apps, it's just as easy as an email. It's kind of like, the emails that come through that say unsubscribe, it takes you to
Yes.
another page, you hit unsubscribe, and then usually it didn't used to, but usually nowadays they truly do unsubscribe you. Sometimes it's as easy as an email, just saying, listen, enough. I don't want my account closed. Can you please
Right.
confirm it? I don't want my data sold.
I tell you, the data selling's crazy because I have to unsubscribe constantly to stuff, and I still have so much junk in there. It's driving me crazy. I'm trying to get it to go away. That's why I have like 5 email addresses, because I have to have one that I only give to things that I want to see right away. It's crazy.
Ashley has a good point here about the her second to last one, the one that says but also. See that one? Yeah. So, but also those apps you can only get pet food at the main stores. The little pet stores can have really good rewards. That's a good point because I had somebody just a week ago. I did 3 different shops at 3 different locations, and one of them was PetSmart. We got this great little place here in the neighborhood, and I delivered. And I live in this neighborhood, and she lives in this neighborhood. And maybe I should have said to her, "Hey, have you ever shopped at this place?" Because maybe it is a way to help local and kind of like support that theme too, is to steer them in the direction of something local.
Right. That's a good idea because they may not know about it or think about it. Like, we've got a little pet supermarket that's right by our house too that would be
Right.
closer.
And then wouldn't it also be a strategy to then say for me to this place that is very small to say, hey, you got a problem with me putting a flyer up in your window that I'll do any shopping for people?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's marketing, right? We got something there.
Right. Have you
Seriously, because if I even bring them a couple clients where I come in and do the shop and say, yeah, they wanted it from PetSmart, I'm coming to you. And they remember me on that level because they're a small business owner.
Right.
All of a sudden it's like, hey, even just suggesting something simple. I don't know. I think there's something good there.
No, I do too. I think that, local helps local.
Yeah, it sounds like she's
I'm reading real quick and
yeah. I'm going to shoot you a message because I don't even know what course I failed.
Oh, Ashley, can you tell us real quick before you take off where the onboarding classes are located so the other people know that are signing up for Dumpling? That's what we want.
Exactly. Like not just us, Ashley, but like everybody else.
Right. Anyone else that's signing up.
What should they know that I didn't do? Because I was just even in the app for a minute, about 10 minutes ago looking, and I didn't really see. And maybe it's one of those things I have to log in, but I want to be able to tell them that. I'm sure Holly does too.
Right.
because if I have to log in through a computer, that's fine. But on the app, I do not see it. I don't see what I'm supposed to complete or what I haven't done. I don't know. I thought I was good. Apparently not.
There you go. So are you planning on doing any marketing coming up as far as online or flyers?
Yeah, I'm going to actually go talk to Kroger. I meant to do it last week, but I don't know if you know, but tomorrow I got that Kevin, Karen Anderson. That's a big deal that I've been getting ready for. So once that's a little bit behind me and I can breathe a little more, then I want to still go talk to Kroger because they're running ads more than they were last time we talked. They're full blown done with Instacart. Oh, by the way, so congratulations to Heinen's.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, you froze. Uh-oh. Steve froze. Steve, you're frozen. Okay, well, if you can hear me and not him. Heinen's, which is a Midwestern.
Did it lose me?
Oh, there, you're back. Okay. You can finish that. Congratulations to Heinen's. Why? Oh, he froze again. Must be very cold there in Colorado. They are a Midwestern grocery chain, and they are also dumping Instacart. Okay. Oh, he's back.
No, okay. Now you're gone. What the hell? Okay.
Now I'm gone?
Back. No, now we're back. Okay. Heinen's in Ohio and in Illinois. As of midnight tonight, their account with Instacart is broken. Instacart shoppers are no longer allowed in the store. They are providing the services themselves, curbside. They'll do the shop for you, curbside pickup or delivery for the same type of fees we were talking about here, but it's not even working in conjunction. They have kicked Instacart out. They are the first chain to literally kick them out. Congratulations to Heinen's. You guys will be trendsetters when Instacart falls.
There was the third one besides Kroger's, Heinen's, and who was the other one?
So, So what it looks like too is, I thought it was March, but come April, it looks like Ralph's is done.
Oh, that's
now. I don't have Ralph's here, but Ralph's is a big California store. Mm-hmm. So that's a big chain for them to lose, real big.
Where did that information come from on Ralph's?
RideshareRodeo.com. Somewhere in one of those articles, there's like each article these days. Each article is like has like 12 articles in it. So somewhere in the last like 10 days, there's an article in there. I'll try and find it and send it to you so you can put it in the show notes. But yeah.
Okay. Ashley says that all newer users that have signed up after 2022 should already have access to the university, but it's free for all Dumpling users. So if there's any issues for anyone signed up before then, just write in and we can fix it. So I'm guessing that your onboarding must be through there. Maybe there's some quizzes on there that you need to take. I'm guessing that she's saying.
Okay. Or is there an opt-out? Is there like a GED?
Oh, aren't you funny? The Friends of Joel opt-out button.
No, I'm already working it. I got it.
But that doesn't mean you know everything. There's probably
I don't.
Look at all the people doing Instacart that we know they don't know everything.
And I really don't with this. And especially like I was telling you, I was hoping, I think we're getting too late in this, but I was hoping to even go over my pricing point. I moved it around again. And I know you said you moved yours around. I don't want to. I want to get it to a point and lock it and just stick to it. I've tried a lot of things and they all work, but I'm trying to figure out what seems most fair. Like I upped my percentage of the groceries. And I noticed that going way higher. And then my tips were still staying higher. But I don't want to feel like I'm Instacarting people.
Right. Anyway.
Ashley, I will write into you. But I guess the one thing that I didn't see is if you answered the question of if it's in the app. So like somebody like me who's kind of like stuck in this no zone.
No, because the Dumpling University is not in the app.
So I'm going to have to. Okay.
I mean, you don't have to be on your computer. You just have to open up your web browser on your phone, but.
Right. Okay.
So it sounds like if you go
but
there.
But okay, real quick though, if I log in, Ashley, and I see if I log in through my computer when we're done with this to my dumpling.us, log in me, is there an alert that's up that will say you haven't finished this, or am I looking around for something? Or will I definitely like be like this direction to what you need to do? Is it pretty obvious, or do I have to look for this?
Or did they send you an email that tells you that you needed to do it?
But
or,
even then, like obviously I don't have it, so that probably has happened to other people too.
Right. Or did you get a message in the app? Do they send a message in the app? So
again,
so
though,
those are
and
some
they
good
might
questions.
have, but I might have closed it, and then did I miss
Right.
it? So this happens to other people, is my point. So I mean, it's good if Holly and I know what to tell people when this happens. And also, wait, we didn't at the start and end. We should always say, "Hey, listen, guys, if you're going to sign up, use Holly's link in the show notes, because we don't get anything from the affiliate link at all, but you do. You get 60 days of the professional. I think, isn't it the professional?
Yep, 60 days of the pro plan. Plus, they only pay $1 for the setup fee, which is normally $19.99.
Which again, I'm going to say, guys, I don't even think it's about the dollar. I think Ashley would confirm that. That's more just making sure you're a real account.
Right. But so basically, $80 you're saving, and you're automatically on the pro plan, which is what you want to be on anyway. And that gives you 60 full days to play with it, start building some client base up, and you won't be sorry.
Yeah.
If you're serious about running a business and not wanting to clock in or just log onto an app and take crap offers, it's the way to go.
And during that 60 days, use it to even ask Ashley questions and stuff. When you open the app, you'll see when she has hours. It always pops up. It'll say dumpling hours and all this or that. But if you only have one client after 60 days, and I don't want to promote this as what you should do, but you can always go to the free version until you have two. Again, the free version, again, guys, you're a business, so you're still going to have some payments that you have to pay, and then you have to pay more of the grocery bill and the way the percentages work down, but you still come out doing very well. However, there is a free plan as well, but I think that once you have like Holly said, 2 clients or 5 shops,
it pays for its more than 2 clients, it pays for itself.
Yeah, I mean,
so
I think even on the website it says like if you're doing 5 shops a month or whatever.
Yeah, and I can tell and it depends on the size of your shop.
That's what I was gonna say too. I mean, like, right. I don't really get, so I think you get some like crazy ones, like $500-$600. The most I've ever had is like $280-$300.
Yeah,
but that's still pretty big. So,
yeah, I do have a couple, well, about 3 customers now that spend quite a bit. So
I think that on the next one, I'm going to have my profile done. Maybe we can showcase my profile instead of asking for help. I'll have it done.
Okay.
And then we can look through it. And then maybe we should start having a goal at the end of each one. Like, okay, my goal would, not this time, but like next time, by the next time, maybe my goal will be to market at one store, to be able to have a flyer or a QR code or something up that's promoting me in a different and new way. Or maybe we'll say, well, not challenges, but we'll just put goals out there of like acquire a new customer.
Right. Well, it's a challenge to ourselves.
Yeah.
I did actually have a new customer contact me today and was asking me about Trader Joe's. So I explained to her, they didn't want to be on the Dumpling app, but this is, I can still shop there, and this is how you need to do it with Trader Joe's. And I explained all that to her. And so hopefully she'll be ordering with me in the next couple of days.
Even I don't know about that. I do know that was broken from Joel a while back, but I don't know how you do it.
I don't know why Trader Joe's didn't want to be on Dumpling. So basically their inventory is not on there. You can't have their name on there as a place that you shop or whatever. But I have just told all of my clients that I can shop there. Just go into, where you choose your store, and there's a little icon that says specialty store. And that's, say any little mom and pop store they want to put in, they can put in any store. So they can pick specialty store. And then I've told them either to just manually type in what you want, or go to, which I think this part's easier, go to the Trader Joe's website and make a list off of their website, and then just screenshot it to me.
Yeah.
Sure. That would be the easiest way.
Right. Or you could do a slow video walkthrough and remind people what's at Trader Joe's.
Yeah. Well, I think their website might be a little easier. But anyway,
Um,
listen, I know you have another show to do tonight, so
I
I don't want to
do.
keep you very long, right? You're with
I do.
Hannibal.
Oh
Hannibal at
yeah,
9, right?
I do.
You do.
Yeah.
You're live like every day lately.
Yeah, I
But
forgot. Yeah, I actually didn't know about the Hannibal one until because he sent it to me, and I was like, I knew that we were doing this one, but I thought we were supposed to do it last week, and so we were trying to do the opposing Tuesdays, so that way I was every Tuesday had something going. But
right.
he didn't do one because of Valentine's Day,
Oh, okay.
so
So
he
you
was
got
like,
the
"No, I just moved it to now." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know." He told me that today. I was like,
well, at least he didn't do it for the same
or
time.
yesterday. Yeah. No, yeah,
Right.
it's
I love Hannibal.
yeah. So
Okay. Well, I
we'll be
will be
jumping
in.
into some vans.
I'll be
But
in that live then with you in a little bit.
use Holly's links, guys, for real, because that's like she just said, it's like $80 for $1. And the first 2 months are going to be completely covered under the professional level. So therefore, for 60 days, you can fully use everything at your disposal, get to know it, and see if it's something you can handle.
And if you have any questions at all, please come back and comment and ask Steve and I. Steve and I are happy to help anybody who needs help with dumpling. If they have any questions,
And
leave it down here in the comments, and we will definitely
Ashley, wait, can we move this back? Is that a thing? Is that a problem for you?
Well, that actually was going to be the next thing that I ask people is if you're watching this and we would like some input on how you guys feel about moving this to an earlier time and if that would be more convenient for you, especially if you're watching this on a replay because this wasn't a good time for you. Is an earlier time better? Is 3, 4, 5 o'clock? Is that something that would be
Yeah. So
so I'd like everybody's input on that, and you and I can
yeah,
discuss that off of
yeah.
here.
But the suggestion is let's just suggest 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, because I think a lot of people are able to make that show. But regardless of the time, Ashley, would you be able to join us on the next one?
You want her on the 21st of March, though, right? Oh no, if we do earlier, you're saying okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, she could do the well. Yeah, I mean, I think actually that would work out for her too.
Okay. So the 7th or the 21st. Well, wait a minute. Oh no, it wouldn't mess it up with that. I was thinking about, Dumpling does Tuesdays and Thursdays. They do the Zoom call, but that's at 2 o'clock Eastern, so that wouldn't interfere.
Right. I think the only interference was that she has work and that she has to pick up her kid too. And I know she's on Seattle time, so she's an hour behind me.
Okay. Well, our next show should be March 7th and then March 21st. So, Ashley, you can let us know which one of those days works better for you. You're welcome either day.
Yeah. But I think the sooner we get her on, the better, because then we can go through the 101. We can, try and hold her for 45 minutes, Ashley, maybe 50. And then kind of have you just walk us through the 101. Not too much of like what people need to get from the dumpling courses, but just the basics. Let's walk through it. Then from there, we can kind of branch out the way we do in the gig world and say how we're doing it in practical use. And I think that's really what becomes most important in the end is how each person's going to do their business.
Right.
So,
and this is something that you can really build. And Steve was doing a curry this morning and he was toting about his $75 an hour. And, where else can you make $75 an hour? And I just did want to tell you that last Monday I made $100 an hour for 4 hours. So I just wanted to throw that on you.
What were you doing?
Dumpling. What do you think I was doing?
I don't know. I was going to say there's some things that are illegal, Holly.
No.
I mean, if we're going to have that kind of contest,
rate, but
my hourly rate's going way up.
I'm not even going there with you. Okay, guys. I just wanted to razz you a little bit about that because you were this morning.
No, but even the dumpling, I mean, I think that we need to start moving into marketing strategy. I think it's that time, look at, Instacart just today's a holiday. Instacart got kicked out of its first multi-state grocery store. Like literally told, go F yourself, beat it. Not only we're going to hybrid this, like you're not allowed anymore. Bye. That's pretty big. And what I read about this Heinen's, again, they're not in my market, but they call it like the store of the future kind of thing. Like it's like one of these like higher end kind of Whole Foods hybrid
Right.
with a
That's what I
grocery
read.
store. So it
Mhm.
sounds like a very cool store. And they were like, beat it, Instacart. I loved it. Loved it. So
Okay, Steve.
because we should all be shopping in better ways. And guys, dumplings out there. And we're gonna keep finding. I don't even know all the. I mean, I just had that pet food idea today when Holly talked about cat food. That didn't even pop in my head to deal with this little store over here where Max and I get the best Chinese in town is right next door to this great little pet store. Like, why
Does that
wouldn't
make you wonder Chinese food next to the pet store?
see?
Just
Talk
saying.
about crossing lines. Like I didn't say that.
All right, guys. We will see you on the next one here on March 7th.